Where light can hardly shine, in the deepest regions of the water, there lies a world full of mystery and wonder. In the depths of the ocean you can find treasures from long-lost shipwrecks and secret, unexplored locations. In this video, you will be amazed by the mysteries that are hidden in the ocean's depths. Here are the top 20 most bizarre finds by deep-sea divers. Number 20. A statue that will send shivers down the spines of anyone who finds it is submerged deep under the waters of Lake Neuchâtel in Switzerland. One monument in particular sticks out as being particularly unsettling among the others. Imagine the terrifying experience of unintentionally colliding with this aquatic monster while swimming or diving. Despite resting at the lake's bottom, the shark statue's origins are still shrouded in mystery. However, online communities have found intriguing hints regarding its development. It turns out that this terrifying masterpiece was originally created as a prop for the movie Chocolate by a group known as La Jeunesse de la Côte. Around 176 children and a few adults worked together to make this movie come to life, each contributing their artistic talents to the production. Little did they know that their collaborative effort would give life to a statue that would undoubtedly cause fear in anyone who came into contact with it. Whether you find this mysterious shark monument by accident or on purpose, your contact with it will undoubtedly leave a lasting impression on your memories. Number 19. For many years, beneath the waters, the lost city of Heraclion had been undiscovered. The depths off the coast of Egypt were explored for years by a team led by French archaeologist Frank Gaudiot. Finally, they caught a glimpse of a huge face emerging from the gloomy shadows of the ocean, which led them to the submerged ruins of this old city. They discovered a variety of ruins and antiques inside the city, including 64 ships, 700 anchors, 16-foot sculptures, and a treasure trove of gold coins. The ruins and artifacts composed of granite and diorite have remained impressively undamaged after spending 2,300 years underwater. Number 18. The ocean is already unusual enough, but nature decided to spice things up by introducing a vampire squid, further adding to the strangeness. Also known as the vampire squid from hell, it is a fascinating hybrid of a squid and an octopus, but don't be fooled by its vampire-like appearance, which includes red eyes and dark webbing that resembles a cloak. It doesn't actually roam around sucking blood, despite its eerie appearance. Instead, it enjoys eating on the remnants of the ocean's decaying creatures. This unique creature has light-producing organs as one of its most captivating traits. The vampire squid also has a special defense mechanism that allows it to produce a cloud of bioluminescent mucus when it feels threatened or is being attacked. Number 17. During World War II, the United States started Operation Hailstone, which involved attacking Truk Lagoon. Truk Lagoon saw 36 hours of fighting, and the Japanese Navy ships that were anchored there throughout this fight were either sunk or destroyed. The number of sunk ships was so great that their men's fate earned them the nickname the Ghost Fleet. Today, tourists can explore the Ghost Fleet's sunken ships in Truk Lagoon, which is regarded as one of the best historical dive sites in the world. It is an interesting yet unsettling area to see because of all the Japanese Navy shipwrecks. Number 16. On the evening of April 14, 1912, the Titanic, which was at the time the biggest moving object ever made by humans, was cruising through the chilling waters of the North Atlantic Ocean. Over 2,200 individuals were on the ship, all unaware of the danger that awaited them. Passengers were looking forward to the journey because the Titanic's first-class section was so luxurious and even offered gourmet dinners and a heated pool. However, the Titanic was constructed in an unstable way. Its bottom was not intended to withstand significant floods, and it had only 20 lifeboats, which were insufficient for all of the passengers. The Titanic struck an iceberg 4 days after setting sail, resulting in a 300-foot hole in the ship that caused a flood. There weren't enough lifeboats for everyone who hurried to board them, and approximately 700 passengers managed to survive, but many more perished when the ship sank in less than 3 hours. Number 15. A British cargo steamship named the SS Thistlegorm was constructed in northeast England in 1940. The ship suffered a horrible end in 1941 when German bomber planes caused it to sink into the Red Sea. Today, the shipwreck is a popular diving location with amazing underwater life. Divers frequently see barracudas and snappers at the wreck, which is also home to fascinating animals like turtles and batfish. The SS Thistlegorm wreck is regarded by many divers as one of the best dive sites in the world. Number 14. A strange structure with a legendary reputation in the field of oceanography is located deep beneath the ocean surface near the alluring Galapagos Islands. Housed in this beehive-shaped building is a magnificent site known as Black Smoker's massive hydrothermal vents, which were first found in 1976. When you go inside, you'll see a scene that looks like it belongs in an ancient tale, as dark smoke plumes rise from these vents and mix with the water. These are not your average chimneys. These are amazing conduits that are responsible for preserving our planet's delicate environment deep under the Earth. The ocean floor is where they transfer valuable natural resources that they extracted. An amazing variety of marine life exists in this strange environment, with resilient species like aquatic snails, shrimp, and enormous tube worms that have adapted to survive in this harsh habitat. The temperature of this scorching water can reach a staggering 752 degrees Fahrenheit. Number 13. 2 undiscovered shipwrecks were recently found next to a well-known ancient Spanish galleon. These wrecks were packed with gold worth $17 billion, and the British were appreciative of the discovery, which sank in 1708 during the War of Spanish Succession. The ship, carrying 62 guns and 3 masts, was discovered in 2015, and the treasure it contained, including gold and other valuable objects, is estimated to be worth billions of dollars. One of the ship's bows is still in fantastic condition, even though aquatic life attempts to reclaim the area. Number 12. In the early 20th century, an archaeologist was studying the wreckage of a ship that had sunk near the coast of a Greek island. The 2,000-year-old shipwreck revealed a number of precious finds, including vases, pots, diamonds, and even a bronze statue of an ancient philosopher. However, a fascinating find was uncovered among these gems: a strange device known as the Antikythera mechanism. This item is a hand-powered orrery from ancient Greece, which has been deemed the earliest example of an analog computer. It was utilized for predicting celestial positions and eclipses decades in advance. The idea of how the ancient Greeks could have known such information was perplexing. The device's exact nature continues to be a mystery. Number 11. The Yonaguni Monument, a fascinating rock formation in the seas of Japan, is located around 25 meters below the water's surface. No one knows who built it or when it was built, so its origins are still a mystery. However, visitors are welcome to explore the location. Yonaguni Island, located in southwest Japan around 100 kilometers from Taiwan, has a population of only 1,700 people. But despite being small, it is well known for its hammerhead sharks. In 1986, a local tourist board was looking for hammerhead sharks when they accidentally discovered the Yonaguni Monument. When they came to the surface, they reported their find, describing it as an underwater castle that may have been made by prehistoric humans. Number 10. In what is now known as Dwarka, northwest India, is where you can find the lost city of Dwarka. According to legend, this lost city was where the deity Krishna built his kingdom and ruled over. Dwarka wasn't just any city, it was a thriving port city, full of business and riches. Over time, though, the city strangely fell beneath the water, disappearing from history. The fact that it might be one of the oldest civilizations ever discovered just adds to its lure. Archaeologists have discovered aged walls and relics that are 32,000 years old, indicating that it may have existed as early as 1500 BC. Dwarka's streets make you feel both amazed and uneasy as you walk through them. The stone buildings and streets still have an elegance that leaves us in awe of the city's former greatness despite being weathered and drowned beneath. Number 9. A very old underwater city called Pavlo Petrie can be found off the coast of Laconia in the Peloponnese region of Greece. It is one of the oldest lost cities in the Mediterranean, with an estimated age of 5,000 years. The fact that Pavlo Petrie resembles a whole town with streets, homes, and graves is what makes it special. Nicholas Fleming and a group of Cambridge archaeologists found the city in 1967, and they studied it in 1968. There were inhabitants there as early as 2800 BCE, according to research on the ruins. The city is thought to have sunk as a result of the first of 3 earthquakes that struck approximately 1000 BCE. However, the monument is endangered due to boats dragging their anchors over it, and the presence of tourists trying to steal items from the site. Although the city has deteriorated through time, its overall appearance hasn't changed much. Number 8. Even historians and railroad enthusiasts are unsure of what exactly happened at the mysterious train wreck known as the Train Graveyard, which is located off the shore of Long Branch, New Jersey. In 1985, Paul Helper was inspecting the Atlantic Ocean floor with a magnetometer when he noticed 2 significant signals. It was then clear that he had discovered something large and made of metal, but it was obvious that this was not a typical shipwreck site. Rather, there were 2 locomotives sitting firmly in the murky depths. They were found in the sea at a depth of 90 feet and had been there almost a century. Everyone is unsure of its origin or how they got to the ocean below. Number 7. According to the myth, the island nation of Atlantis vanished into the sea around 11,000 years ago. Since then, explorers, researchers, and philosophers have unsuccessfully looked for remnants of the ancient civilization. Even a relation to the Bermuda Triangle has been proposed by some. Several rocks were found in 1968 by a scuba diver off the coast of North Bimini Island in the Bahamas. These rocks, which spanned approximately half a mile, appeared to have been arranged by people and had definite signs of balance and order. They may have been a component of a road or wall connecting to a bigger metropolis, according to speculation. A deeper look revealed that the 2 other roads were actually produced by natural geological forces, which was disheartening because they shared many of the same traits. While there are still some investigations and theories about Bimini, the majority of people think that the rocks were simply shaped by erosion. As a result, our understanding of Atlantis, whether it actually existed and what happened to it, remains unresolved. Number 6. Imagine exploring the ocean's depths and coming across an ancient city submerged beneath the surface. That's exactly what visitors to the world's oldest flooded towns should expect. Atlit Yam, a popular tourist destination in Israel, draws in curious travelers to the ruins of this ancient village, which date back an astounding 9,000 years. Initially, Atlit Yam was a thriving, prosperous community, but as time went on, nature had other ideas. The magnificent sandy bottom off the coast of Haifa was essential in keeping the underwater buildings intact. In the sunken city, archaeologists have uncovered astounding finds. The steady melting of glaciers and rising sea levels, according to many experts, are what caused the once thriving settlement of Atlit Yams to disappear beneath the seas. However, the riddle behind Atlit Yam's submergence continues to be an interesting mystery for researchers. Investigation is still in its early stages because the site was just found in 1984, and scientists are eagerly awaiting any new big discoveries. Number 5. A city that was built in China around 1,300 years ago is now submerged underwater at a depth of 26 to 40 meters. In 1959, the city and the valley around it were purposefully flooded to make Chiandao Lake, a man-made lake. Surprisingly, the city has mostly not changed, with the woodwork and walls of the houses still standing. Even though tourists are not able to go diving, archaeologists are astounded at how well it has survived. In the future, it is intended that the area will be accessible to the general public. About 300,000 people were evicted as a result of the government's decision to flood the city in order to make room for a hydropower project. With stone structures dating back to the Ming and Qing dynasties, the city was previously regarded as one of China's greatest historic cities. The fate that awaited their beautiful city was beyond the comprehension of the people living there at the time. Number 4. In Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula, there is a wonderful underground river called Cenote Angelita Grotto. Due to the fact that fresh water is heavier than salt water, it sinks to the river's bottom, generating a distinct layer, making hydrogen sulfide responsible for this natural wonder. With different freshwater and saltwater layers, this distinctive trait transforms it into a real underwater river. The Cenote Angelita River can descend more than 100 meters. The river's beauty is enhanced by the weight of the water, which causes nearby trees' leaves and branches to float solely along the riverbanks. It's challenging to get to this cave. The water is clear for the first 20 meters, but as you go deeper, the water gets progressively murkier. Only expert divers should attempt the cave dive because it goes down to a depth of up to 55 meters. Number 3. SS Gairsoppa, a British commerce ship, suffered a terrible fate in 1941 during World War II. The ship was attacked by a German U-boat that launched a torpedo as it was sailing from India to Britain carrying valuable cargo of silver bars, iron, and tea. Sadly, the ship sank 300 miles off the coast of Ireland, deep below the Atlantic Ocean. Only one of the 86 crew members miraculously escaped, and the precious cargo perished along with the ship. Nevertheless, it took 70 years until the SS Gairsoppa's wreck was ultimately located by Odyssey Marine Exploration, an organization that specializes in finding deep-water shipwrecks. This shipwreck was discovered at an astounding depth, about 15,000 feet below the ocean's surface, making it one of the deepest shipwrecks ever discovered. The recovery of the SS Gairsoppa treasure was a magnificent and historic event made possible by this important discovery. Over 110 tons of silver, with an astounding value of over $200 million, were successfully recovered by the Odyssey Marine Exploration. Number 2. The Silfra crack, which divides the North American plate from the Eurasian plate, is a fissure found in Iceland's Thingvellir National Park. Where the two continents are drifting apart, it presents an extraordinary opportunity for snorkeling and scuba diving. The gap is currently expanding at a pace of about 2 millimeters every year, allowing divers to actually go into the crack. The Silfra fissure is the one that stands out among the several fissures created by the Thingvellir earthquakes of 1789. It is linked to a subterranean spring that receives its water supply from the near Langjökull glacier, making its water remarkably pure from fresh water that is constantly flowing through the area. This purity is unmatched and is not available anywhere else in the world. Number 1. The Molinier Bay Underwater Sculpture Park was built by British artist Jason de Caires Taylor. Off the west coast of Grenada, there is a showcase of modern art that was the first of its kind when it opened to the public in May 2006. The sculptures were created to inform the public about the underwater world, and the designs range from individual people to a group of children all holding hands together. The sculpture park has been good for the environment as it draws visitors and eases pressure on the coral reefs. More than 65 individual concrete sculptures that total more than 800 square meters and 15 tons are on display in the park. Which of these discoveries do you find the most interesting? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to see more videos like this one.